Hi everyone, and welcome to day 20 of the Breathe Flow Be 21-day abundance journey. I'm Sharron, and today we're going to focus on flow. Let's get started. So we'll start in a nice seated position with your legs crossed. Go ahead and close your eyes. Let your spine be nice and long. Make sure your lower back is not arching. Your shoulders are dropping down, they're heavy. Your jaw is nice and loose. And your focus, your attention, your energy is all present right here on the mat. Really just take a moment to release what you were doing before you showed up and what you have to do when you leave. Just fully committing to this time on your mat. Start to breathe in through your nose. Part your lips and let it go. Good. Become a little more present with each round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Feel your spine lengthen as you inhale. Let it stay nice and long as you exhale. Continue breathing. Inhale. And let it go. Continue to stay with your nice long inhales and long exhales. Really cleaning out the air in the lungs, getting fresh new air in. And let's start to think about our intention for the day, which is flow. What does it mean to us to really just flow and be in flow? Oftentimes when we're aligned and we're allowing ourselves to ride the waves of life, as we say all the time in our mantra, Breathe, Flow, Be, we are able to embrace everything that comes our way, not resist it, allowing space for things that are not so pleasurable, as well as the things that make us feel good, that we want to be there, that we enjoy. But we know that oftentimes our lives, our days are a blend, a mixture of things we want to do and things we have to do. So the idea of being in flow in our daily lives and in our pursuits is very much connected to our ability to just be like water. Our ability to keep a positive and uplifting and a clear dialogue in our heads about who we are and where we are, where we're going. To be in flow is to be able to be present, to tap into the moment, and to not resist the waves that come in our lives. So let's start to think about what we can implement into our way of thinking and into our lives in order to just be in more flow. Perhaps that is our thought process, our inner dialogue. Perhaps it is our rituals, our daily practices, and things that keep us centered and grounded. Just go ahead and think of one way in which you could support yourself in being in your flow on a daily basis. Really is sweet when we find that we're able to just understand that waves are just waves and we can ride them beautifully and more gracefully. Start to deepen your inhale. And nice long exhale. Keep the lips together. Breathe out of the nose. We're building heat in the body. Good. Gently open your eyes. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, let your right palm drip to the side of your left ear. You're just going to give yourself a nice little neck stretch right here. Your head goes over. Try not to arch in the spine. I just had to self-correct. Let your rib cage connect and be together. Energy is going out of the opposite fingertips. Your ear is going towards your shoulder. You're just gently assisting in the stretch. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. Inhale. And let it go out of the nose. Release the right arm down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Same thing other side. Palm come towards your ear. Gently just guide your head over to the side. Let your shoulder plant down. Inhale. Go a little deeper into the stretch with every exhale. Still just gently pulling down on the head. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Remember to keep the lips closed as we build heat in the body. One last breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, we're going to go right into a down dog. Come through tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Press back. If you need to bend your knees to start, go ahead and bend your knees. If you need a nice little more support in the lower spine, bend your knees. And you can go ahead and walk the dog. Maybe this is your first down dog of the day. Bend one knee and then the other. Send breath to the back of the Achilles, the hamstrings, the back of the knees, the calves, the entire back of the legs are opening up. Remember, 10 knuckles are pressing down and we're pushing the top of the mat away from us. 2 rounds of breath in this down dog. Find some stillness. Inhale. Yes, exhale, let it go. Once again, breathe in and breathe out. Come to the tips of your toes. Look to the front of your mat. Start to walk your feet up to the front of your mat. Really rolling through your feet. Feeling the backs of the legs open up. Once you reach the top, grab opposite elbows and just hang. Letting something go right here. Maybe the back of the hamstrings release a little more. The energy comes out the top of the head. All right, anything that may be distracting you or keeping you from being in the present, let it go. Let it flow out the top of your head, into the mat, into the earth. And exhale. Bend your knees a little deeper, release the elbows, and start to roll up through the spine, stacking the spine. Right away, we're going to bring your toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, bring your palms through heart center. We're going to take a half flow, diving forward. Beautiful. Inhale, plug your shoulders down, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Very good. Once again, just like that. Inhale, lift halfway. Bend the knees if you need to. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up to standing. Palms connect at the top. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Arms drip down to your heart. Nice. Lift up the kneecaps. Kneecaps are going up towards the hip flexors. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive. Swan dive forward. Lead with the heart. Good. Bend the knees if you need to. Lift halfway. Exhale, release up and over the legs. Take that again. Inhale, lift halfway. Plug the shoulders down, hands to shins. Yes. Exhale, release. We're flowing. We're going to really try to make this non-stop so we can build some heat in the body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take that half flow once more, and then we're going to add on for a full flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, diving. Beautiful. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release a little deeper up and over the legs. Really encourage the back of the legs to open up. Inhale. And you do that by sending your breath there. Exhale, release. This time we're going to plant the palms down. Step the right foot back behind you. You're up on the ball of the toes. Come up to your fingertips. Inhale. Take a second to square the hips. Pull that left hip back. Right hip goes forward. You're really on the ball of the back foot. Inhale. Lift the arms up. You're in a high lunge. Square those hips. Plant down. And if you need to take the back leg back a little bit more, do so. But you're really feeling that opposition in the hips as the arms go up. In high lunge. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Stay. Beautiful. Inhale. You're not stagnant. Your breath is lengthening your spine. Exhale, lower the hands down. Plant the right hand down. And right away, you're going to go into a twist of the left hand up, twisting towards the front leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left hand goes down. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Take it into a down dog. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, take your plank. Modify or full flow. Exhale, elbows into rib cage or lower the knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, pike the hips back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, come up to your toes. Exhale, feel your spine lengthen and let the heels fall down. Push away from the top of the mat. Inhale, come up to your toes again. Look to the front of the mat. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lifting halfway, hands to shins. Good, nice long spine, long regal neck. Exhale, release up and over the legs. Beautiful breath. Inhale, lift. Deep breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Same thing, other side. Good, guys. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Maybe you take a slight arch at the top. Exhale, diving all the way forward. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest, hands to shins. Exhale, release up and over the legs. This time, plant the hands down. The back left foot goes all the way back behind you. Nice long step. Make it gentle and with control. Once the toes reach the mat, come up to the ball of your foot. Really ground that front leg down. Square the hips first, and then you inhale and lift the arms up. All right, maybe you fight for your balance a little bit. It's all good. All right, if we were perfect, we wouldn't be here in our practice. Okay, square the hips a little more. So really feel that opposition. All right, right hip is coming back, left hip is going forward. There's so much power in that place. You may feel a little more unstable at first, but that's normal. Once you get the alignment, you're going to be planted there so solidly. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the back of the back leg. Exhale, maybe you deepen the front, bending the knee a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands down. Right away, you're going to plant the left hand down. Right arm goes up. Take a twist. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Once again, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Press back to a down dog. Inhale, make your way to a plank. Exhale, elbows come into your rib cage. Inhale, lift up, cobra or up dog. Beautiful. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath in, inhale. And one breath out. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Beautiful. Inhale, come up to a high lunge right away. You are already there. Square the hips right away. Exhale, take your warrior two. Good. Inhale, flip the front palm, dance it back. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Hips are square, shoulders are square, focus is forward. Once again, inhale, flip the front palm, dance it back. Exhale, you're going to go all the way over. Your forearm is on your thigh, and then you reach the upper arm up and over your head. Plug your shoulders down. Tuck the tailbone so that it's underneath you. Actually, don't tuck it. Don't tuck it. You want the tailbone to fall towards the mat. So you're not tucking under. You just want it to go down so that you're not arching. All right. So tailbone falls down. Chest is open. Heart is open. Go ahead and reach up and over. Outside blade edge of the back foot is pressing down into the mat. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Maybe your inner thigh is burning. I feel it in mine. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, coming back up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Make your way back into a down dog. Right away, take your flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, your flow of choice. Inhale, up dog. Yes, exhale, press it back to a down dog. One breath in. And let the heels fall a little heavier on the breath out. Inhale, left leg goes up behind you. Exhale, step it in between the hands. Right away, inhale, find your high lunge. Square those hips. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, transition to your warrior two. Tailbone is right underneath you. Flip the front palm. Inhale, dance it back. Beautiful. Exhale, warrior two. Yes, really using your breath to guide your flow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back to warrior two. Shift the body forward, forearm to your thigh, reaching up and over, really twisting the upper body. You want to feel like your heart, your chest is opening up towards the ceiling. All right, tailbone is dropping down towards the mat. Breathe in and deepening the twist. Both sides of the body are long. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Inhale, coming back up to warrior two. Good. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Take it back to a down dog. Same exhale. Take your flow as you breathe in. Plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take it back to a down dog. Nice. 2 rounds of breath right here to reset. Breathe in. And breathe out. Once again, breathe in. And breathe out. You stay. Nice. Come up to the tips of your toes. And walk or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release up and over the legs. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Nice. Let's take a moment to balance here, okay? So we're gonna attempt to work our way through eagle, okay? So first and foremost, you're gonna inhale, take your arms all the way up. And exhale, press your arms down. You want the right elbow to go underneath the left. Right elbow under left. Bend your arms and lift your elbows up, okay? So you can either stay here, you can grab opposite shoulders, or if you have it in your practice, you can continue to wrap your hands around until they touch, all right? So right elbow is under left. You have the option to touch your shoulders or continue to wrap. Then you're gonna sit down into your chair pose. Elbows stay nice and high, super important. They get low, we start to slump in the back. We wanna make sure we work to keep that back nice and long. Then the right knee comes up. You can go ahead and cross that knee over the opposite knee. Take a deep bend in the knee the foot that you're standing on, the standing leg. You stay here or you continue to wrap that foot around the back of the ankle. Stay here for 2 rounds of breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe you sit a little deeper. Maybe your elbows can come up a little higher. Feel that opposition. Inhale and exhale. Unravel the legs. Step the right foot down with control to meet the left. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, same thing, other side. This time we bring the arms down. The left elbow is going underneath the right. All right? Find your coordination, left and the right. Grab the shoulders. Maybe the back of your hands come together. Maybe you continue to wrap around and let your palms touch. When you arrive, bring your elbows up and sit your hips down. Even if you just stay right here, you're already working so much of the core, so much of the back of the body, okay? If you want to go a little deeper into your balance, shift your weight over to the right side. Your left leg is coming up. Then you cross, knee over knee. Deep into the leg, lifting up, elbows go up. Maybe you wrap the toes around. Wherever you are, all together, we're going to breathe for 2 rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Ooh, unravel the legs, unravel the arms. Take a deep breath in, lift your arms all the way up, and then dive up and over the legs. If you move to the center of your mat, come back to the front, diving all the way over. Inhale to lift halfway. Let it go. If your balance wasn't successful, let it go. It doesn't matter. There's information even in our wobbliness, right? That's what it's there for, just to tell us what to work on, to tell us what we need to focus on. Wherever you are, just let it go. Inhale and exhale. Heel to your feet so that they're hip width distance apart. Okay, if you need to measure, bring your fists together to the insides of your big toes. All right, that is the width. Take your peace fingers, wrap them to the inside of your big toes. You're pulling up on your big toes. Your thumbs are going to connect with your peace fingers. Bend your knees as deeply as possible. Connect your abdominals to your thighs. Inhale to lift halfway. As you lift, if If you need to keep the knees bent, go for it. If you have it in you to straighten the legs, go for it. Pull up on the toes as you simultaneously push down on the fingers with your toes. Once again, you're pulling up on the toes and pushing down on the fingers with your toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine while doing that. And exhale, let the elbows come out to the sides. Pull yourself down. Breathe into the back of the thighs for 2 deep, long, slow rounds of breath. Inhale. And maybe you bring your upper body a little closer to your thighs on the exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale, fold. Bending the knees deeply, rolling all the way up to a nice tall standing position. Inhale, lift the shoulders at the top. Exhale, drop them down. Beautiful. Once again, inhale, lift. Exhale, drop them down. Keep the shoulders dropped, but lift the arms, the focus, and the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, diving up and over the legs. Inhale, lifting halfway. Good. Abdominals engage. Exhale, release. Plant the palms down. Take your plank pose, stepping back. We're going to lower to the mat for a count of 5. Elbows bend. 4. With control. 3, 2, and 1. Good, 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 good. Untuck the toes. Yes, fingertips are right underneath your shoulders. Let your forehead connect to the mat. All right, bring your feet together so that your inner thighs are connected. Feel that nice long line. Feel the top of your feet pressing into the mat. When you feel that, your knees are going to lift and your tailbone's going to drop down. Your abdominals engage a little more. From there, you press into the palms to lift the upper body. Try not to break the neck, all right? Nice long back of the neck. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, stay. Really working the lower spine. Once again, inhale. Exhale, stay. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you go ahead and reach your palms back. You have the option of clasping your hands, pulling your knuckles away from the top of your body, and lifting your feet up. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Good. Exhale, stay. Once again, breathe in. And breathe out, lower all the way down. Good. Press into your palms right away. Take it back into a child's pose. Heels together, knees met width apart. Let your heels really, really be heavy on your hips are heavy on your heels, okay? So really let them go. It's common to kind of hold the hips up in the child's pose. Really let them go. And from there, you can walk the hands forward and let the forehead connect to the mat. Consciously releasing the hips, letting them be heavy. Good. Feel the palms connected to the mat. Feel the forehead connected to the mat. And let's take 2 deep rounds of breath all together here. Inhale. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And breathe out. Start to walk your palms back towards you. And go ahead and just sit on over to one side. And we're going to take a stretch here, bringing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Left toes are coming up towards the ceiling. Try to keep your hips nice and square, then twist your upper body to face your leg. Inhale to lengthen the spine, lift the arms. Exhale, stretching all the way up and over the leg. Walk your palms forward. Keep your spine lengthened for as long as you can. And then you want to exhale and release up and over the body. So anytime we stretch, it's always great to get the length first and then stretch, or else we're stretching in this really crunched up position. Okay, we want to try to get nice long muscles. Inhale and exhale. Once again, breathe in and breathe out. Good. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet. You're going to plant your right hand behind you. Press on up to the shin, and we're going to take a joy pose. Reaching your left arm up and over, really lengthening out the front of the body. Breathe in. And breathe out and stay. Once again, breathe in. And breathe out. As you exhale, let the hips come down. Good. And gently we're going to move our way into the other side. So your left leg comes in, right leg straighten, right toes go up towards the ceiling. Left foot connects to the inner thigh. Try to keep the hips square and just try to turn the upper body towards the leg. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Stretch forward with a nice long spine first. Long spine. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, releasing up and over the leg. Let your palms come down. Let your forehead come down towards your knee, towards your ankle, going in that direction. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fall a little heavier. Beautiful. Once again, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, walking your hands back towards your hips. Place your left hand behind you. Joy pose on the other side. Come up to your shin. Press into your palm. Reaching. And really stretching. Good. Inhale. And exhale, stay. Inhale to lengthen. Oh, feels so good. Exhale, lower all the way down. Good. You're going to bring the knees into the chest and just wrap your arms underneath your thighs. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Pull away from the thighs and let your lower back stretch. Your forehead comes closer to your knees. Breathe into the back of the body for 2 rounds of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Really feel like someone is pulling your waist to the wall behind you. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, stay. Inhale, coming all the way up. And maybe you scoot a little bit towards the front of your mat because we're going to lay down, reach your fingertips forward. We're going to roll down for a slow count of 10 all together. Plug your shoulders down. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to contract. Tuck your tailbone under. We roll down for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good, 3, hold on to it at the end, 2, and 1, beautiful. Bring your knees into your chest, and let's take one last stretch here, figure 4 stretch. So cross your right ankle over your left knee, one of my favorite stretches to do, just because I always like to do something for the hip flexors and this lower part of the glute. I personally get really tight there. Reach your hand through that space. Grab your shin or your hamstring. Flex the foot that's on top. Inhale. Exhale, bring the legs a little closer to you. Beautiful. Once again, breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath. Inhale. Feel your tailbone pressing down into the mat as your legs come closer to you. Exhale. Good. Inhale, release the legs away from you. Exhale, cross your opposite ankle over your knee. Flex that foot to protect the knee. Reach in between that space and grab your shin or your hamstring. 3 deep rounds of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Stay. Pull your legs a little closer. Flexing that top foot. Inhale. Good. Last exhale. Again, last time. Inhale. And breathe out. Bring your legs even closer. Feel your tailbone pressing down. And release your legs. Lengthen both legs up towards the ceiling. And just give them a little shake. Letting the blood flow out of your feet. Releasing the muscles in your hamstrings and your glutes. And when you're ready, just lengthen your legs out on the mat. And go ahead and close your eyes. Let your toes fall out to the sides. Let your palms face the ceiling. Feel the back of your body long and connected to the mat. Shoulders draw down and find some stillness. Try not to move. Try not to fidget or touch your clothes or scratch your face. Just resist those urges and be completely present for 5 rounds of breath all together. Breathe in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like to or need to. Making sure that when you come up, you roll over onto one side and support yourself as you sit up. It is always my complete pleasure to guide you in class. Thank you for flowing with me. Namaste. All right, good people, that's it for day 20 on flow. Remember to use your breath, flow in the waves of life as lovingly and as gracefully as possible, and just be. I will see you tomorrow for day 21, our final day of this journey. Bye, guys.